What's up? Hope everyone's having a good day. I asked in the last video what kind of story time should I do next, and the first comment was a fight story. So that's what we're gonna do today. And this is the time that I got jumped. So for a time frame, 2 years ago I was 17. It was a little bit after my 17th birthday. And overall, as I remember, I don't remember too much about earlier in the day, but I remember I had a pretty good day. And how do you end a good day? You take a walk and you smoke a blunt, right? That's what I do. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna smoke a blunt, put my AirPods in, and I'm gonna vibe. The last thing I'm expecting is I'm gonna get my ass beat, but we'll get to that. So I roll up my blunt, or I didn't roll it up. I think I bought it from someone, to be honest. I don't think I rolled that one because I couldn't roll at the time. So I definitely bought it from someone. But anyways, that doesn't even matter. So I leave the house, start smoking, light up this blunt, and I'm walking my normal way. Everything's completely fine. And for a little bit of kind of like a map, I guess. So let's say my house is right here, right? And there's a park over here, and in between there's houses and one road, and then you turn right. So I'm walking down the straightaway. Everything is completely fine, and it was probably 7 or 8 or 9. It was getting dark out. I remember that the sun had just set, and it was starting to get dark. Plus there were clouds, but it wasn't raining. It was just kind of gloomy. And I start getting closer to this park where I actually went to elementary school, and my little sister goes there. Anyways, I was walking down, and right as I get to the park school area, I'm looking to see if there's anybody there, anybody that I could share the blunt with, if they want to hit it. Because at the time, I got really high from just one blunt by myself. I probably couldn't finish it. So, no one was there, right? Which is fine. I'm just gonna keep walking. So, I was like, hey, instead of just turning around here, I'm gonna walk a little bit farther and then turn around. So I kept walking straight along the sidewalk, and there was a stop sign. And I've been to that stop sign 1,000 times, right? I wasn't assuming there was any cars coming, but not like it mattered. I had the right of way anyways. There was a walkway, and I was there first. So I started walking, and this car, I don't know what kind it was to this day, but it was a smaller car, not like a big mom car, but it was like a normal looking red car. And this kid yelled out the window. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I held up the little end of my blunt. I was like, I'm fucking smoking. And I thought it was probably some people I knew. That's what I really thought. I couldn't recognize any of them, like, from the crosswalk into the car. But I was like, knowing me, and I smoke with a lot of people occasionally, and I meet people all the time, I probably know them. So I'm like, hey, you want to hit it? And they didn't say anything. And I was like, whatever. So I keep walking across the street, and I hear the door open or shut, and I look back, and the car was off, and fucking four kids were standing out there, but they weren't doing anything weird or suspicious. They were just standing, and they were like, "Come here." So I really honestly thought they were gonna ask to hit the blunt or something. Like, that's what I really thought it was about, smoking. And I walked up to the kid, and he just tried to swing on me. And I had no idea what to do. I mean, there was 4 of them, and they all started getting around me. And I was scared, not gonna lie. I wanted to run. But the one kid the main kid, the kid who was driving, and at the time, and still now, I have no idea who those kids were. Never seen them before, never seen them since. I don't know if it was a girl thing. I don't know if it was a drug thing. No clue. But anyways, the driver kid starts swinging on me and gets all close to me. And in my head, I'm like, well, I can't run now. I'm surrounded, and I don't want to get my ass beat. So it's either go in the fucking fetal position, cover my head and hope for the best, or try to fucking fight. So I just swung on the kid. I swung on him, and I hugged him, I was like, because I knew I was going down, because once the one kid started punching me, they all did. But the other kids, I still don't know why. I still don't know how, but I didn't get solidly punched in my face. Like, they were definitely hitting me. They were going like that. They're going like this, you know. They're like, they weren't hitting me in the face. I don't know. But I like bear hugged this kid and I fell on my back like pretty hard, like kind of like a reverse wrestling takedown. Like I pulled him on top of me, you know? And at the time, like I'm laying there and these kids start kicking, and not super like huge kicks, but like enough to fucking hurt if it hits you in the ribs or the face or something. So I just kept holding on to the kid that was fucking punching me, because what else am I gonna do, you know? Like, I don't know. I was like, fucking use him as a shield. And pretty quickly, they got off of me. They were like, okay, we're good. And they just fucking got up and they left. And I rolled over on my stomach, and I was pretty much against what's the best way to put this? My legs were in the grass, and my stomach was like towards the street. Like I was in the street, but I was getting onto the grass backwards. And I get on the grass and I feel something on my stomach. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I pick it up, and the kid dropped a fucking jewel. Like it was a black one, not a gray one. And I had that jewel for 2 months after that. But anyways, so I'm laying there in pain, obviously, and I'm shocked. I'm like shaking. I'm like, all this adrenaline's going. And I'm like, am I okay? Did I get like fucked up, you know? And I was feeling my face. Nothing was bleeding or anything. But my ribs, one of the kids kicked me so fucking hard, right over here. And I remember it hurt for like a week or two. But right after that happened, obviously, I'm freaking out, right? I don't know those kids. I don't know what they want. I don't know if they're done. You know, they left. They got in their car. But I don't know if they're going to come back or what they're going to do. So the first thing I thought to do was call my friend, the one I have the account with, Brian. I fucking call him up, and I'm like, yo, I just got fucking jumped, I think. Like, I definitely just got jumped. It was 4-on-1. And he was like, where are you? And I told him where I was, and he was like, okay, meet me at this other park. So I walked over there, and thankfully, thank fucking whoever, thank the world, that there was nothing terribly wrong with me. My legs were fine, you know? I mean, I had a couple scratches, like, on my hands from the ground, you know? But I pretty much just held that kid on top of me, and that avoided me getting punched in the face. Or kicked in the face. I mean, I don't think they were kicking my head, but I would have felt that, you know? But they kicked me in the fucking ribs. And I was just, like, shocked. But I ended up meeting up with him, and I'm telling him what happened. And he's like, dude, like, are we going to get these kids, or what are we going to do? Like, what's happening here? Because he was just hanging out with people, so he had more people that he could go get, you know? And I'm like, nah, they left. It's fine. I don't even know what it's about. And I said to him, the worst part about all this is I didn't get to finish my blunt, dude. I didn't get to finish my fucking blunt. And so he was like, well, we can fix that. And he smoked me up, and I'll have him vouch for this sometime. But when I saw him, he's like, dude, you got shit all over your face. Because like I said, it was kind of gloomy out. It was gross. But I didn't think it was rainy or anything. There was fucking mud smeared like right here and over here. And I remember for some reason there was like mud in my hair. And I was like, I was in the street. Like, I barely went on the grass. I don't know how I got mud all over me. Maybe someone fucking rubbed it on me. I don't know. But dude, like, I'm talking about it now, and I'm getting anxious. Like, I keep leaning fucking forward. Oh, it was just so fucking stressful. And I remember, like, I'd never experienced anything like that. Like, I've been in maybe 3 or 4 fights in my whole life. Like, I don't know. I didn't know what to do in that situation. And like I said, I sound okay now, but in the time, I was so fucking scared. And I remember, like, for at least a week or 2 after that, not only did my ribs hurt, but I was just scared to go out. I was like, I still have, like, there's no reasoning behind this. The only thing I could think of at that time was we had went to a party about 2 2 or 3 days before that, I believe. I don't even remember that well. But we went to this party, and this kid had a girlfriend. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, obviously if someone has a girlfriend, you should leave them alone. I know this now, okay? I know these things. I learned my lesson. But I totally talked to her and was flirting with her, and she was flirting back. So, like, hey, she's a shitty person. But, like, you know, I initiated it. But that's the only thing I could think of. Like, but how would they find me and know it's me, you know? Like, it's not like I don't know, I didn't recognize any of them. So it doesn't really make sense. But, that's pretty much all I got for that. I have a couple other fight stories, but I can't remember them too well. I think I was quite a bit younger, but I got plenty of other stories. We got more party ones, drug ones, you know, just crazy days we've had. We've had so many public, like, altercations with people, good and bad, just funny. And I was thinking maybe I could do like go live sometime and do these. I don't know if I can go live on here yet, but yeah, just it really does help if you comment like what kind of stuff you want to hear, because then I just know what works, what doesn't. But if I don't hear anything, I'll post another video either tomorrow or in a couple days. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sorry that I kept fucking moving up closer and closer. I was getting stressed as I was telling that. But you guys have a good day. And don't get jumped. Don't jump people.